Otherside Metaverse NFT launch is probably the most highly anticipated NFT launch of this year and really of all time. Almost instantaneously, the 55,000 public sale NFTs sold out, and by doing so, spiked gas fees to historically high levels, and some users paid up to 5 Ethereum just in gas fees. And some are saying that this NFT launch was rigged from the beginning and doomed to fail. So if you're unfamiliar with the Otherside Metaverse and the Otherdeed NFT launch, don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to be covering everything you need to know about this metaverse and about this new project. I'll be going through all the details of this project, the reveal, the notable sales, and also covering the controversy surrounding this project. I'll be giving you my bear and bull case scenarios and answering the most important question: should you buy these NFTs? My name is Devin Cook. I'll see you on the other side, and welcome back to Dev Money. Now, first things first, we're going to dive into the website for this project, and I would encourage you, if you're interested in potentially purchasing these NFTs, to come on here for yourself, do a deep dive into their website, and dig up as much information about this project that you can find so you can make the most informed decision for yourself. And when you come onto their website, otherside.xyz, you're going to see their main page, and up here, you're going to have these important tabs: the world, the SDK, FAQ, and explore, which we're going to get to here in a moment. And when you scroll down, you're going to see the trader that you can watch for this project, and then you're going to get some great information about this project as well. And I think these are some really good one-liners to explain the thesis for this project. Otherside is a gamified, interoperable metaverse currently under development. The game blends mechanics from massively multiplayer online role-playing games and Web3-enabled virtual worlds. Think of it as a meta RPG where the players own the world, your NFTs can become playable characters, and thousands can play together in real time. So you can probably think about this like World of Warcraft, Skyrim, NFTs, and Web3 technology all combined into one. And their mission with this entire project is to make the Otherside metaverse immersive, interactive, and collaborative in a way that's never been done before. And with your Otherdeed NFTs, you're going to participate in prototype builds, demos, and tests that shape the final game design and experience. And as you can see right here, if you've never seen them before, these are going to be some of the examples of the artwork for the Otherdeed NFTs. And in total, there are 200,000 Otherdeeds. The first 100,000 Otherdeeds were available on April 30th, and the second 100,000 Otherdeeds will be exclusively rewarded to Voyagers who hold Otherdeeds and contribute to the development of the Otherside. So if you hold an Otherdeed NFT and you're helping build out the Otherside metaverse, you can potentially earn another Otherdeed NFT. And this is how those 100,000 Otherdeeds were split up. You had 10% that went to Bored Ape Yacht Club owners, 20% that went to Mutant Ape Yacht Club owners, 15% that went to the developers, and 55% that went to the adventurers or the public sale, where you had those 55,000 that were sold that you could purchase with ApeCoin, 305 ApeCoin to be exact. And another really interesting thing about this project and this metaverse is you're going to be able to bring your NFTs. If you already have a Bored Ape, a Mutant Ape, or a Bored Ape Kennel Club NFT, or if you're a CryptoPunk holder, you're going to be provided with Otherside ready 3D models of your NFTs at game launch. And these are going to be available as playable characters. And then Meebits are also going to be coming, and for everyone else, you're going to be able to import and create your own characters via the SDK. And if you're unaware of what an SDK is, it's just a software development kit that you can use to create in-game assets and characters and skins and all kinds of things to play with in a game. And once this metaverse is ready to go, the entire ecosystem is going to run off of ApeCoin. So if you still have some ApeCoin sitting around, you're still going to be able to use that ApeCoin even outside of the public launch for these NFTs, and you're going to be able to use your ApeCoin in the Otherside metaverse. And they're also looking to do some really innovative things with the tech behind this metaverse, because typical online game worlds can handle around 10,000 operations per second. But the Otherside will be able to handle more than 500 million operations per second, and that's going to allow a lot of really cool things in this metaverse. As an example, there's going to be up to 10,000 or more players at one time, and you're also going to be able to speak up together in natural voice chats for thousands of people all at once, which is a really big deal. Now, I would encourage you to go to this section of the website if you're interested in these NFTs and this metaverse. It's called The World, and this is going to give you a lot of information about these NFTs and about the world that you can expect in this metaverse. You're going to see examples of these Otherdeed NFTs and the different tiers of these NFTs as well. For example, you have Slime or Tier 1, you have Swamp, you have Obsidian, Gold, and also Acid Land. And then you're also going to have these codas, which are visitors into the metaverse, and these are going to play a role with your NFTs. They're going to affect the price, and they're going to play other parts in this metaverse once it fully launches. And then you also need to know about the natural materials, the anima, the ore, the shard, and the root. They have varying degrees of rarity, and you're going to need these to build things out in the Otherside metaverse. And then also there's going to be a lot of treasures and tools and other artifacts with different degrees of rarities, and these are going to come into play with the metaverse and with the Otherdeed NFTs and the prices required for those NFTs. And I know this can seem like a lot, but luckily they've made these Otherdeeds dynamic NFTs, and what that means is you're going to be able to get a quick snapshot of all of the aspects of this NFT just by looking at it really quickly. Because when you zoom into these NFTs, you're going to see that you can look at the artifact, you can look at the coda, and you can look at the different tier rarity and get a bunch of information about these NFTs just by a quick glance. So if you're interested in this project, I would highly recommend you study this page of the website. It's going to be extremely helpful for you. And if you're interested in the SDK for this project, so that way you can bring your own skins and your own characters, just come over here to the SDK portion, enter your email, fill out this form, and you're going to get the SDK for the character creation, the character skins, or different resources that you need. And now the most fun portion is probably coming up here to this Explore tab right here, where you can get an image like this, a visual of the entire Otherside metaverse. And this is going to have all 200,000 plots of land that you can purchase in this metaverse. And you're going to see that there's different tiers and there's different portions of this metaverse that you can see. Right now is the most inner tier of this metaverse, but as you zoom out, you're going to see that there's tons and tons of plots of land, and all of these at one point at least will be available for purchase. And if you go to one of those plots of land, you're going to be brought here to the Otherdeed NFT, which you can then go see on OpenSea or on LooksRare, and you could look at potentially buying it. And if you are interested in purchasing these NFTs over on OpenSea, the floor price is sitting at about 3.8 Ethereum, and you can see that there are quite a few, if you come over here to the buy now section, that are around that 3.8 Ethereum price, and you can go look at the different rarities and choose which one you want to go for. And it's also interesting to note the highest sales for these NFTs. One sold for 300 Ethereum, and we've had several in the 280 to 250 Ethereum mark. In fact, if you scroll down a bit, you can see that all of these NFTs right here last sold for over 100 Ethereum, which is a huge deal and shows some of the demand for this project. A lot of money is pouring into it. And if you're wondering if now is a good time to go buy one of these NFTs, well, if you look at the historical floor price, which we don't have a lot of data, but these NFTs have only been out for a couple of days. Pre-reveal, the peak was about 7.5 Ethereum floor. So right now they're about half off at that 3.8-ish mark. And we also saw a similar drop in floor prices for the Bored Ape and Mutant Ape Yacht Club NFTs. Because as you can see right here on the 30th, the Bored Apes were about 153 Ethereum floor. Right now they're sitting at about 115, 120 Ethereum. And the reason they've dropped in floor price is because those NFTs are no longer going to be used to claim the Otherdeeds NFTs, because most Bored Ape Yacht Club owners, I'm sure, have already claimed their Otherdeeds. And then the Mutant Apes, we saw a similar price decrease from almost 40 Ethereum down to about 25 Ethereum floor price. And we also saw that same thing happen with ApeCoin. Right now, ApeCoin is sitting at about $14.70, but on the 30th of April, we saw that peak of $24.83, and we saw another peak a couple days before, an all-time high of $26.19. Now, all right, let's talk about the controversy surrounding the Otherdeeds NFT launch. Now, what you need to know is that Yuga Labs, who are behind Bored Ape Yacht Club, Bored Ape Kennel Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, and the Otherdeeds NFTs, were supposed to be creating and implementing a minting mechanism that were supposed to help reduce gas fees and keep them from going too high. They specifically said that the Otherdeed mint may be one of the largest scale, high demand NFT mints ever. All the usual problems with NFT gas wars will be exacerbated by the sheer number of NFTs to be minted, which could result in a gas war of historic proportions. And spoiler alert, there was a gas war of historic proportions. So what they did was implement some minting mechanics where there was a tiered system of minting. And this is how it worked. In order to ensure as broad a distribution as possible and dramatically soften the potential for a massive gas war, there will be an enforced limit of 2 NFTs per wallet at the start of the sale. And as the mint continues, the number of NFTs that can be purchased per wallet will increase. And they said that if gas wars still happen, it at least will not result in insane amounts of ETH lost to failed transactions, and hopefully the Otherdeed mint will be one of the most widely distributed mints in history. So that's how the minting mechanism worked for this launch, but I think it's safe to say that it didn't really help out with gas fees, or at least not in a meaningful way. And this definitely caught some people by surprise, because if you had the necessary 305 ApeCoin in your wallet so you could mint your Otherdeed NFT, and then a bit of extra ETH for the gas fee, some people weren't expecting to need the amount of ETH necessary to pay for those gas fees for this mint. In total, almost $100 million in gas fees alone were spent on this launch. And that comes to an average of about $1,800 per transaction just in gas fees. And with the Gwei level reaching over 8,000, some people paid up to 5 Ethereum, or about $14,000 just in gas fees. And what's more unfortunate is that some people paid 2 or 3 Ethereum to try and mint these NFTs just to have the transaction fail, which resulted in lost Ethereum and no NFT. But thankfully, Yuga Labs has said that they're going to be refunding gas fees to those that lost their Ethereum due to a failed transaction. And this entire mint was such a strain on the Ethereum network that Etherscan crashed. The mint did finish, and Yuga Labs did over $300 million in total revenue from this mint, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the highest volume mint in history. And following the completion of the mint, the Etherscan crash, and the monstrous gas fees, Yuga Labs came out with this statement, which is where the controversy starts. "We're sorry for turning off the lights on Ethereum for a while. It seems abundantly clear that ApeCoin will need to migrate to its own chain in order to properly scale. We'd like to encourage the DAO to start thinking in this direction." Seems innocent enough, right? I mean, if the Ethereum blockchain can't handle this kind of volume that they're doing, well, it makes sense to just migrate over to their own blockchain, right? But there are many speculating that the mint was planned to fail in this way with these monstrous gas fees from the very beginning. But why on earth would they do that? Easy. Having a massive spike in gas fees and having Etherscan crash is a really great way to advertise your own new blockchain. How convenient. And responding to that Yuga Labs tweet, Mark Balin, a Twitter user, said that Yuga Labs had revealed their true colors and stated that he had exited all of his ape-related NFT investments. And he also tweeted out saying that the people behind Yuga Labs after this incident were now labeled as bad actors in his opinion. So that's part of the controversy. Many think that Yuga Labs purposely mishandled this mint and allowed gas fees to go so crazy high in an effort to draw attention to the need for a new blockchain, which they coincidentally will be creating. Now, what's the second part of this controversy? Well, unfortunately, there are claims that people who got an Otherdeed NFT as a result of holding a Bored Ape Yacht Club or Mutant Ape Yacht Club got a better plot of land than those who minted Otherdeeds in the public sale. And the Twitter user Crypto finally said that the Bored Ape Yacht Club owners got the only land that was worthwhile, and that everyone else paid for worse land than those that held a Bored Ape Yacht Club or Mutant Ape Yacht Club NFT and got to just redeem their Otherdeed NFT. And some people on Twitter are obviously quite upset by this, but there are also some pointing out that, well, it does kind of make sense to reward their most valiant holders with the better versions of these NFTs. Basically, if you supported them by purchasing Bored Ape Yacht Club and Mutant Ape Yacht Club NFTs, why would you not get an additional advantage and get maybe a better plot of land? Let me know where you fall on this debate in the comments. So what's the bull case for this project succeeding? Well, there's 3 main factors that I see at play in this. Number 1, the creators of this project, Yuga Labs, have made the biggest and most well-known NFT project by far. And as we can see from the Etherscan crash and the amount of people trying to mint the Otherdeeds, they've created a lot of demand and hype around these NFTs. And number 2, the Otherside Metaverse will probably be in the running for the most popular and widely adopted metaverses ever created. And the potential for this metaverse is really huge when you consider that they're giving out their SDK and the amount of funding that they have even just from the launch of this project. You can do a lot with $300 million. And number 3, the creators of this project have a great track record of really delivering on their roadmap and delivering massive value to the holders. Now, what about the bear case? Well, with the bear case, there's a couple things to consider as well. Number 1, did Yuga Labs lose the trust of their community because of how they seemingly intentionally mishandled this NFT launch? And in the long run, will that mean less overall adoption of their metaverse? And number 2, will their metaverse actually get mass market adoption, or will it outprice many people just like Bored Apes and Mutant Apes have? Now for the bottom line. Should you buy an Otherdeed NFT? Well, first off, remember, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, and this is just a YouTube video. It's for entertainment purposes only. And since you're here and you got this far, remember to subscribe and like down below. I really appreciate it. So if I were making the decision personally whether or not to buy an Otherdeed NFT, here's what I would ask myself. Are you already invested in the Yuga Labs ecosystem, and maybe you just want another way to get into the party? Also, are you interested in being a part of the Yuga Labs ecosystem, but you want a more affordable entry than you get with Bored Apes and Mutant Apes? If those things are true, maybe you should consider buying. Also, do you think that the Otherside Metaverse can realistically compete with Decentraland, Sandbox, and the upcoming Facebook Metaverse? If yes, Otherdeed may be a great project for you. If not, maybe go find a different project. And most importantly, ask yourself this: if you were to lose 100% of the money that you invest in Otherdeed's NFTs, can you afford to lose that money? Let me know your thoughts down below, and thanks for watching.